loving you, na scam.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time, you are welcome to the family. If you have been watching but you're still contemplating whether you should subscribe or not, what are you waiting for, guys? Please click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. You have an idea what you are about to watch with the title of this video. That is why I always make it clear in the title what you want to watch. So please, if you are a Toyin Titans and you don't have the patience to actually watch this video before going all commando in the comment section, I want everyone to be respectful, because if you are not, I'm going to block you. I don't necessarily have the strength for any fight or argument back and forth with no one. And like you hear in my voice, I have a very bad cold, but I just need to get this video out there. And this video is not to spread hate towards anyone, and the followers, the commenters I'm going to talk about, I just want to talk about their concerns and how some of these concerns are actually valid and necessarily need to talk about it, because I've seen about 2-3 people sending me the link to our page and also asking me what I think about our new venture. But before I go on into this video, I'm going to start by saying on Tuesday or so, I came across a picture on the Explore page where it shows Toyin, and it was a teaser about a new product that she's coming out with. She looked really fabulous and beautiful in all the pictures, and I don't know, maybe it's me. If you haven't noticed lately, Toyin look more beautiful than before. The baby really has done really fabulous to her body, because she is glowing, she's looking more beautiful every day. Even when she made the Pando video without makeup, just her hair in all back natural, she looks really beautiful. I'm telling you, the baby actually gave her a really nice glow. Anyway, I want to talk about one of those pictures. There's this particular picture, I'm going to show it on the page right now. That picture, her husband posted one of this picture. You know, she was teasing about this about thing coming out, and her husband actually reposted one of the picture on his page, which is normal thing to do for your wife, just to support her. I need to speak about this because it's not just Toyin alone that I've seen this thing with. I've seen a lot of people done this to many celebrities, but I don't think it's actually fair, because you don't live in their life, you don't live in their shoes, you don't know what is going on, and especially when it has to do with body image, body shaming. Some people, I don't know what their mama told them when they were young, but my mother always says something: if you don't have any good thing to say, you can just keep your mouth shut and not say anything. Well, the husband posted this and he said unveiling the big thing tomorrow by 10 a.m. Then this lady called Shole Stitches commented on the husband's page: Auntie Toyin, please tie your tummy with Gadu. Make sure you are still using your hot water, please. It's important. Your body and tummy is still swollen. What I love most is your beautiful stature. Don't lose it, please. It's not disrespectful to speak like this, but at the same time, you have to remember that this lady just had a baby, and a lot of these questions comes from mostly maybe young girls that doesn't really understand what is going on. So sometimes I will give her a passport. If it's an adult that is married, already have a child, you will know the struggle that is there. Some people doesn't struggle at all. You see some people, they snap back so quickly. You see some people, they don't. Some people will do CS and they will still snap back quickly, but some people don't. And Toyi answered this person and said, dear, we had a CS. And before she answered, someone already said something like that, that maybe she had a CS, that's why she couldn't do all of that. I think it's wrong to be telling someone that just had a baby about how to tie their tummy, how to do this, how to do that. Because one thing you people need to know is this: if somebody
gained weight. It's not that they don't have mirror in their house. They already know. You don't need to remind them of something that is giving them low self-esteem. I'm not saying Toyin feel this thing, but I'm just saying a lot of times they always expect too much from this celebrity because put them in a god status, like perfect, nothing can happen. That is what happened when you put someone in a god status. You are expecting everything to be perfect and not look beyond that god status you put them. You're thinking about them as superhuman or something. If you have issue with someone's big tummy, someone that just had a baby and the baby is not even a year, send a DM to them. That is why there is DM. Anyway, I'm going to move on and start talking about thing. I just want to chip that in there because I think it's important to say something about that as well. I'm going to move on and I'm going to quickly talk about some few comments I saw on our page concerning this about thing. When she posted this page, she was teasing, she was posting a lot of pictures and teasing people of something big coming out. And afterwards, this she posted the Herbal medicine and all of that. She made a video. I'm going to let you guys listen to the video, then I'll come back with the comments that jumped out to me, and I will talk about the comment and just give my opinion and thought about it.
Hello, my country people. My name is Toyin Abraham, aka Momiri, and I want to share my journey to becoming a mother with you. Having a child is the dream for many people, and it has for the longest time been one of my greatest desires. As you all know, I recently became a mother of a very healthy child, Iriolua, and so far the experience has been exactly how I imagined. It has been a blessing. Now, I also know that a lot of women are still waiting for their own miracle after many trials. I understand more than you can imagine. It is a headache of epic proportion. In my research, I realized that no less than 1 in every 6 women experience difficulty in conception or getting to terms. We don't talk about it enough, and we should. The options that are conventionally available are ridiculously expensive. I am talking about millions of naira. In my own journey, I discovered traditional African remedies, agbo. At first, I was against it, but when I saw how it worked for others, it made me have a rethink, and I'm so glad I did. Getting to understand the effectiveness of traditional herbal remedies in the forms of roots and herbs, Ewe ati Agbo, is an eye-opener that I've now made my passion and I bring to you. Together with experienced traditional herbalists in alagbo who sourced for and advised us on how to use the herbs. This is a leap of faith you need to take because it works like magic. Trust me, it works like magic. Not every challenge can be solved with tablets that may do more harm than good. It's time for you to share your own success story. The Toyin's Herbal Female Fertility Booster is a hidden secret that can now be your solution. This is my way of putting smile on faces of many. If it worked for me, it will work for you.
Like you hear, she articulated that very well, and she is happy to talk about our journey into becoming a mother. And when I first saw this, I'm thinking, oh, so this is where Liz Anjorin got the idea of giving birth at a herbal medicine place, which I don't really think is necessary because people give birth at church. People can give birth anywhere they want to. Someone sent this particular comment to me, and I want to investigate myself to see what is going on. By the time I came back, I think a lot of response has come under this comment. This person said, I went to the website now and I saw reviews of May, June on the product. She just launched today. Please, I mean no ammo. Does that mean people have been using it before now? And Toyin Abraham responded and said, it has been in the market. I'm the new face of it. And when I saw that, I'm thinking, does it mean it's a collaboration or is it actually our own? I have questioned myself with that response, but I'm thinking if I go on reading comment, I will be able to get a response to that. And I started scrolling through all these comments, some people are already attacking this girl, saying she should be happy with someone before complaining and all of that. Then I saw this comment of this particular lady afterwards, and this lady said, Toyin Abraham, I'm a fertility advocate and would like to know if you use this or is just getting paid for this. Many people only sell what does not work. So again, did you take this medication? A lot of people were responding saying no fake zone, and someone said, please listen to our story. And this particular person, UJ's, the one that says she's an advocate, she said when someone said listen to her story, she went back and said, I listened to it and still sounds scripted. Hence the reason I want to know if she used the product in sincerity and not just marketing, as she mentioned in one of the comments about being their face. She wants to know if she actually used the product or just marketing, and as she mentioned in one of the comments about being their face, because that was what I'm thinking as well. When something is your product, are you being the face of it or are you it? Well, let's move on. And another person says, UJ's, she said she used it and it worked for her. And UJ came back and responded to that person, well, have you gone through the route? She did not sound convincing to me, hence the need to reaffirm. And another person said, I think she needs to address your question. Her story was scripted like she discovered it, but saying she's the face again sounds contradictory. As LEM0N works, she just needs some clarification on this one. And that UJs came back and said, exactly my thought. Fertility is not a one size fits all. I don't know her story, but I'm passionate about fertility issue and know how people exploit the vulnerability of people who want children. Reasons I asked the question twice. Only those who have gone the route can understand me. It should not be all about money. It is a very emotional journey for those who have gone through it for many more years. I only need an honest answer. And Toyin Abraham came and said, at UJ's, Madam, I used agbo 100%. Yes, 100%. Remember, all these things work with faith as well. Use it and believe in God. Even the IVF. This is what I used and it worked for me. And that's why I bring it out. And yes, ask few people I have sent to them before. So whatever you use for fertility, you need to also believe in God and have faith. Then she responded to the first person that asked the question about this and said, Yem Tank, sometimes when they tell you about a product, you will use it and be sure it works before I agree to join the train. And yes, darling, 100% I used agbo, and God is my witness, it is agbo I used and decided to bring to you. And remember, everything works with you having faith. You need to have faith with whatever you use. Trust me, it worked for me. I just want to focus on the UJ's comments, because she actually made some more few comments. And in another comment she said, at Toyin Abraham, thanks. I usually don't make comments, but having gone through fertility issue for 16 years and manage online fertility groups, the clarification is for future recommendations, and you clarified it. It's a very sensitive issue that I try not to allow people take people for granted. Congratulations on your baby. God bless. When I saw this message, I was like, okay, you can actually tell why this woman is passionate about talking about this. Does it work? uh she doesn't know, and she really wants to know whether that is what Toyin used. And at the same time, she made some valid points when she said that it's not all size fits all. I get what she's saying, because if you don't understand, fertility issue has a lot of parts. I'm not a medical practitioner in any way, but I knew few things about women body and what some women go through. Having so many close people around me as well that has been looking for the fruit of the womb for a while and still going through it till now. It's not every woman that go through the same thing, the same situation or the same problem in having children. So some people, their fallopian tube is blocked. Some people, it might be that they will get pregnant, but they can't carry to terms. They will have miscarriage. Some people, and what happened with that is sometimes I know people that have miscarriage, maybe at maybe 5 months, 6 months, they lose this pregnancy because their cervix is open, is not closed. Because when you get pregnant, there is a mucus that's supposed to seal the entrance of the cervix so that you can hold the baby inside. But some, they have the weakness of the cervix and is not going to close, and they lose the baby along the line. Some, they will be able to carry a baby even to terms, but at the end of the day they have stillbirth. So there is a lot of issue, and when I saw this as well, I'm thinking, does it tackle every issue with childbirth? Because there is a lot of women with different issues. It's not that she has anything against her, but it's because she has gone through this situation herself and she knew what it entails to go through something like that. Then I think she posted the Yoruba version of this app thing. I'm going to quickly talk about that one, then I'll do the rest of my commentary. This person commented and said, this is yummy dishes and more. This person said, I'm sorry, but these apps worked for you. Have you done clinical trials to prove its efficacy? If you have concluded that these apps works based on just your use, then I beg to differ. You should go and run clinical trials. Also, their side effect. You also need to test the herbs on different demographics. If you have done all of these, would be nice of you share them on your website. Care should be taken when consuming herbs, as they can also be poisonous. The dose is the poison. So I get what this person is actually saying here. But before I comment on what she said, and there is another person that was talking about the price of the herbs. This person said that it's a little bit pricey and maybe she should do a smaller version of the herbs for some people that cannot afford the whole thing. And I decided to go on the website to check, but I will tell you what I saw because I'm going to show you the website and what it looks like. Well, when I saw the comment of this particular person that was talking about has she done a clinical trial, to be honest, when she first came out with this and she said she used it, I'm thinking to myself, what a brilliant idea. Even though she hasn't thought about this before, but for Liz Anjorin to come out and be talking about how she used herbs, how she gave birth, about medicine place or about doctor place, that this is a good advantage, because sometimes when people give you a lemon, you make lemonade out of it. So I was happy she's going this route, but at the same time I also have questions, in the sense that the clinical trial that that person talked about is so similar to the first commenter that was talking about whether this thing worked, and for her to mention about her being the face of the herbal medicine, which in actual fact it was her product. She's not just the face of it, she is the herbal medicine, because it's Toyin's herbal. Anyway, this lady was talking about clinical trial, which is important, because if you're selling something like that, you need to do like a trial on some certain things that you claim this herbal drug does. I'm going to show you the website right now, then you can see what the website is like. And to be honest, I realized that a lot of these people did not even go on the website before commenting at all, because the question the first lady has already been answered on the website, which is talking about what this herbal medicine does. It enhances sexual health, it balances the menstrual cycle and reduces menstrual cramps, it stops early onset menopause, it supports and stabilizes pregnancy, then it increases female fertility. So it does all that. And I'm going back to the second person's message that was talking about clinical trial. I know what she's trying to say, like Toyin might be going through problem of conceiving or problem of carrying to terms or problem of stillbirth, but that doesn't mean every other woman is going to go through the same problem. I think that is why she's asking about that clinical trial. And before you know it, you know, a lot of people will they come for the head of these people. And the thing is, there is a lot of people like her that ask questions because there is a lot of people going through infertility. For me, I don't have issue about her selling herbs. A lot of times you see review about this thing. It doesn't mean it's still gonna work for you. And does it mean that this thing doesn't work? No, it doesn't mean it's not working. It means that different people have different system. I understand what this person is saying about clinical trial, because if you don't try this herbal medicine on someone that is having difficulty in getting pregnant, someone that has blocked fallopian tube, someone that has open cervix after they get pregnant, someone that cannot carry to term because of one problem or the other, if you haven't done all these tests, this person is basically saying that it's not okay to just put it out there. And at the same time, she's selling it, she's not pushing it down your throat, even though whether she pushed it to your throat, she doesn't push it to your throat, this thing is going to sell out fast. What I will say to people is this: you don't necessarily have to buy whatever a celebrity is selling, and you don't have to put it down at the same time, because she said something, Toyin Abraham responded and said, everything is belief, which is actually true. It's not about being a Christian or being a Muslim. Even if you go to Herbalists, they will tell you, do you believe? So belief is something that is actually very, very important. But at the same time, the woman, I get what she's saying, because when you sell this thing, and some people think, wow, the money is a lot, which means the potency is very high, and they bought it, they have high hopes that this thing is going to give them the answer they've been looking for, but unfortunately they couldn't get that answer. Of course they will be disappointed, they will be discouraged, they won't be happy with whatever it is that went wrong with it. And I want to talk about the price of this herbal medicine. To be honest, do I think it's expensive? It is very, very expensive. Will I buy it? No, because I'm not looking for the fruit of the womb. Will I encourage someone to buy it? No, I don't think so. But will I discourage someone to buy it? No, I wouldn't. Because if someone has intention of buying it and I discourage this person and eventually this person buy this thing and it works for that person, who will I be? So that is why you cannot actually speak for someone else. You might have a concern. And another thing is this: I think these people having this concern should have taken it to the Herbal page, because she actually has a link to Toyin's Herbal page. I think the questions they ask is valid, and I believe they speak the mind of a lot of people. And someone asking about the price, maybe they should do like small portion. Maybe that is the portion that could work, because this thing actually sell for 65,000 naira. Let me see how much that is in pounds. That's like 147, 148 pounds, which is still a lot for herbs, to be honest. I'm not trying to put this thing down, but I was raised on herbs. My mom raised me on agbo and agbo, and what that thing looks like is maybe agbo, and for 200 gram 65,000 naira, I think is a bit pricey. I don't think agbo is that expensive, because I lived in Ibadan. Anybody that lives in Ibadan, your state, knows that Bode is where you can get agbo. But at the end of the day, who am I to tell someone how to sell their goods? This thing might be a good thing for a lot of people, but at the same time, is it accessible and easier to buy for most of our followers? I don't think so. It is not, because it's quite pricey for 65,000 naira. So, but who am I to tell you how much you're going to sell your herbs? Anyway, guys, that is all I have to say about these. Do you think the herbs is quite on a pricey side? And do you think This herbs is going to work for everything that it claimed to work for. And do you think that those people having questions are wrong for stating out their opinion, especially because it has to do with a sensitive issue?
Let's continue the discussion in the comment section down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified, and also share this video with your loved ones if you like it. And on your way out, don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.